Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is an exciting one. It's an update on my winter capsule wardrobe. So I'm going to be talking to you about what I've taken out from my autumn capsule, what's been swapped in from storage into my winter capsule, and also a few new in pieces. So if that's something you're interested in, please do stay tuned. I've also got some Black Friday discount codes down in the description bar for you guys to check out as well. I've found as many as I can which are relevant to anything that I've linked, either that's the same or similar as to what I talked through in the video today. So do check those out for a few bargains. If you enjoyed the video, as always, please do thumbs up and do subscribe, and let's crack on. So first up, I'm going to talk to you guys about items that I've taken out from my autumn capsule. So as I've explained in the past, and I've got a whole slew of videos on this which I'll link up either in the cards or down in the description for you guys to check out. The way I structure my capsule wardrobe is by having about 50 staple pieces that stay there through 6 months, so through 2 seasons if you like, so autumn and winter or spring and summer, and then I layer on top of those 50 pieces with about 10 items that are season specific. So autumn specific, whether that's to do with fabric weight or colour palette, and winter specific in this case, which I'll be showing you in a few minutes. So I'm going to talk you through the bits that I took out of my autumn capsule now, because either they were just autumn specific pieces or I'm just not reaching for them. So the first item that I took out was this COS top. So for me it's much more of a spring autumn type number. It's just this cotton base and then this mid grey sort of knit on the top. For me as a new mum, I am not feeling a lot of ironing. I've never felt ironing, if I'm honest, throughout my life. I hate ironing. I have a steamer, but still I just hate anything to do with that. So the fact that the majority of this garment for me is cotton just puts me off wearing it each time. That and the fact that I normally reach for this in spring, so I thought actually there's no point in this being in my wardrobe because I'm not going to wear it. I had thought about it being an autumn specific piece anyway, so that's the first item that's gone. And then next up are these 2 blazers. So you'd have seen these before. We've got this sort of grey draped number, both from Zara, and then this one which I actually haven't worn, it's still got the labels on it, this kind of mustard one, and they're both from Zara. And as you know, I've been looking for a black blazer. That was the real key for me. I wanted a black staple blazer in my wardrobe and I just couldn't find one for a very long time. So these were kind of hanging there as sort of blazer options I wasn't really happy with because it kept reminding me of how much I needed a black blazer, but I just kept them in there because I felt I needed a blazer in my wardrobe, you know, to tick off that fashion checklist if you like, which was really silly because I still didn't really reach for these. And then I found my dream blazer, as I showed you guys in my previous video, which was styling the Breton stripe, which I'll link for you guys to see, and it's this Everlane black wool blazer, which I love. It's a bit of an oversized blazer. It's wool, it's, you know, the fit is great, really nicely tailored, the fabric's fantastic, and this is what I was looking for, that one staple piece that would kind of mean I can just get rid of a lot of excess pieces. And that's the key with the capsule wardrobe, I think. It's about having that one piece that you love and that you know that you'll wear with a lot of stuff, rather than having lots of random pieces just hanging that are there, filling in the options, but you don't really like them. So because I got this blazer, I am happy to get rid of these 2 guys, and I'm just going to keep all these bits in storage that I'm saying I'm getting rid of, because I'm going to look at them again in spring, and if I'm still not feeling them, that's when I'll get rid of them in the sense of selling them or giving them away. And if I am feeling it for spring, then I'll bring it out for my spring capsule. So the 2 blazers are definitely gone, and in their place have been replaced by my one black Everlane blazer. And then we have my trusty Topshop duster jacket. So you know how much I love this jacket, I talk about it all the time, but it's got really, really cold here now in the UK, so this lightweight flimsy number, which is practically see-through, it's so thin, will have to go into storage. I mean, I've tried to wear it as much as I can up until November, but it's now too cold. I need something a bit more substantial. So this is an item that I'm not even considering ever getting rid of or selling or giving away. It's just something that's not practical now for it being winter, so it's going into storage, and I've got some heavier winter coats which I'll be showing you in a second. This next item is a swap item, so it's something that still counts in my staples number because it's always going to be there. It's just in a heavier fabrication for winter. So these Uniqlo drape polyester joggers, which I always wear. You've got the cuffed hem, simple drape jogger trousers, a staple in my wardrobe, and they count as part of my 50 staple pieces. They've just been replaced for winter by pretty much the same trouser. It's just from French Connection. It's a wool blend. It's got the cuffed hem at the bottom, so it's a very, very similar trouser, and it's just a straight swap from this one for autumn to this one for winter. It's just a heavier fabrication. And on to culottes. So I swapped out the mustard culottes because I always said that these were just going to be an autumn specific item, so I knew I was going to swap these out for winter. These olive coloured ones were in my wardrobe as a staple, so I had considered these being in there for the 6 months, but actually when I reassessed the wardrobe and I looked at it, I wasn't really feeling, you know, a lot of colour in there, and I just wasn't really feeling wearing these through winter like I used to with tights, specifically this colour. I still love wearing culottes with tights, but I'm more going down the black and the navy and the grey kind of route for those, and I didn't think I was going to be wearing these as much, so I thought let me take them out, put them in the reassessment pile for spring and see how I feel about them. I probably will keep these because I do really like them and I like wearing them with trainers. It's just at the moment I wasn't really looking for wearing them through winter, so I thought instead of taking up an option, let me take them out because I know I'm not going to wear them. So another trouser item that's been swapped in then, these are my Finery London Oliver Peg trousers. So you'll have seen the Oliver Peg in black, which I have. In fact, let me just quickly show you those. I love this kind of style of trouser from Finery London. I just love the tailoring on them. I've got these as my black staple trousers as well. So I've got the French Connection / Uniqlo ones as one option, which is cuffed and more jogger shape as a staple black trouser. And then these, which are much more tailored, a lot more smart, and they are from Finery London. And so I've just got this really fine dogtooth dark check for winter, so I thought that's quite a nice winter option, but it's not something that I would wear sort of during spring or during autumn. I think it's kind of comes into its own now, so that's why I swapped these in for this season, and they'll only sit here for 3 months, but this is a new swap from storage into my winter capsule. A couple more storage swaps. So these two guys were sitting in storage. I've got my weekday wool half line trousers, so I love these, and I bought these last year, and I've got a weekday brand spotlight video for you guys to check out. I think you might see these in that video. They're great trousers. They're really nicely made, so they've got lined pockets. They're sort of lined up to about here on the trouser leg, which is great because it keeps me warmer, and they're also wool. I like the fact that they have an elasticated back band as well, so just a little bit of a nicer fit for me. And then I've got these pink, sort of dusky pink cos trousers, which I absolutely love, and I didn't wear them. They've still got the label on them because they didn't fit me last year. I think around this time last year I found out I was expecting, so I was starting to get a bit bigger as time went on, and these kind of more structured tailor's trousers just weren't working for me. But I love the coloration, and I love how it goes with grey, so I know that I'll be wearing these trousers with my grey cashmere jumper, for example. That's in my wardrobe as a staple, so I thought I'd swap these in. They're both a wool blend. I think they'll be quite nice for winter, so these are two more new additions. And then the only new pair of trousers I've got then are these Zara faux leather trousers, basically. So they're not leather leggings, they are like faux leather trousers, and I think that makes a difference for me because I really love the look of the leather leggings, leather trousers, but I've just never been able to pull it off. I've got quite shapely legs and so I find that the way they just go over my calves and things doesn't look that great, but when I have a trouser it's a little bit more flattering for me, and I've just struggled to find any that fit me, but I was so happy to see that these come up in a size extra large, which is what I bought them in. They're a little bit big on the waist, but they fit my legs a lot nicer, which is what I was looking for. They've also got this great elasticated inner waistband, so that makes the fit a little bit more generous as well, which I really like, and the fact that they've got a side zip. So for people like me, if you are like me and you're carrying a bit more weight here, you do not need a lot of front zips and front bulk. It's really great to get a side zip. It just makes this whole section here a lot more flat and a lot more flattering. So I was really pleased to see these online. I'll link them down below for you. I still hope they're still available in the larger sizes if that's what you need. They've got a little zip at the bottom here, and they're just really cute. So I was kind of thinking about some oversized knits, something a little bit chunky and a bit you know, cozy with these trousers, and there's also a tunic that I've bought, which I'll show you, which I had in mind for these. Okay, so onto wide leg trousers slash culottes. So 2 items have been swapped out of my wardrobe, and these are these COS cotton wide leg trousers, and I've got these Topshop drapey wide leg trousers. Now both of these have been swapped out solely for fabrication really, and they're quite light and quite flimsy, and I just don't think I'm going to be reaching for these kind of cotton trousers at the moment for winter. I've got much better options in terms of fabrication, which I'll show you in a second. So these 2 are going to be just swapped out and taken into my spring capsule. I might then decide that I only need 1, and I will reassess that in spring, but right now I'm feeling them both, so I'm just going to keep them both, and I'll look again at that in spring. So I think that's one thing I've realised by doing the capsule process, is that I need to focus a lot more on fabric weights and things that actually I'm going to wear during certain seasons. I think I keep a little bit too many lightweight items for when it gets really cold, and similarly I have quite a lot of warmer items that I'm not going to wear in summer. So I think fabrication for me is something I need to look at a little bit closer when I do this journey again for the next season. But right now these 2 pieces have come out. I need something a little bit heavier as it's gotten really cold here. Okay, so another new in item are these black wide leg trousers from COS. They're wide leg trousers slash culottes. I've got them in the blue here, the navy, and I really like these. I tend to wear them without the belt and wear a jumper sort of over them, but they are paper bag waist, so you can tuck in a top and wear these high waisted. The fabrication of these is fantastic. They're so heavy, they're constantly falling off the hanger, and these are the trousers that I was thinking to replace those lighter weight culottes that I showed you earlier, because they're much more season specific. They're a lot heavier, and so if I wore sort of cut off leggings in these, I think I'd be fine. So these were £69. They're slightly different in the fact that these ones have got a front fastening, which I wish they was a back fastening like these ones, but generally they're based on exactly the same design as these. So when I saw that they did them in black, because I really wanted them in black when I bought them in blue, I was really pleased that they had them in black, and I thought I'd better snap these up. So I got them both in the size 44, so the top size at COS, just because I like, as you know, my fit to be a little bit more comfortable, but they go from, I think, a size 36 or 34 to a 44, so you've got a wide spectrum of sizes there to choose from. Really nice and drapey, and these are both wardrobe staples for me, so they're not season specific. They will be staying in my wardrobe for 6 months, and I probably could see myself keeping maybe the blue ones in there for spring at least next season, but we'll see. Okay, moving swiftly on to knitwear. So this is the tunic I was talking to you guys about. It's this kind of semi long line tunic. It's 100% merino wool, and I got this from And Other Stories. It's got a sort of small turtleneck here, long sleeves, batwing kind of shape, really drapey, and I love that. And when I saw this, because I had in my mind what I was looking for those leather trousers I showed you earlier, and I had in my mind what I was looking for. When I walked into store and I saw this, I thought, yes, this is exactly it. I got this in a size large, and it was £69, so kind of expensive really for what it is, but I just couldn't find anything like this when I've been looking previously, so I thought, why not get it, because I'm really happy with the fit. It works really nicely with those leather trousers. It also actually works very well with the culottes that I showed you from COS. So when I wear the navy ones, for example, with this tunic and a pair of trainers, I like that look a lot. It's really nice, very drapey, very oversized, and I like it. So I was really pleased with this, and this I think will also stay in as part of a 6-month staple in my wardrobe. I think it's something that I would wear through autumn, and it's definitely something I'm going to be wearing now through winter. Another new item is this Uniqlo knitted dress. This is also wool, 100% wool. It's in a size large, and it's sort of a midi length, I would say. It's got an oatmeal kind of melange to it, so it's not just a flat grey. It's got some speckles of other colours in the yarn, which is really nice. You've got this nice chunky roll neck, and I've just been really gravitating towards knitted dresses recently. I started my love with them last winter when I had my one grey cos one, which I'll show you in a minute, and I lived in that. It was really roomy, it's very warm, it's such an easy thing to just throw on with a pair of tights and some shoes, and I was good to go. And I think because we're travelling to Copenhagen for Christmas, it's going to be very cold, and it's just a lot easier for me to be able to just throw on warm pieces like this and not have to layer up and not have to travel with lots and lots of separate pieces, but to know that if I have a vest on and I have this on, I'm going to be fine with a scarf and a coat. So yeah, really practical pieces for me, but also just really suit my style. Very casual. I really like this. So this, I can't remember the price of it. I'll try and find it for you guys, and I hope they still have it in stock. But it's a really nice, warm, sort of soft wool. It's not an itchy fabrication at all, which is great. And this is the first of 2 new knitted dresses in my wardrobe. The second knitted dress is this navy one from COS. So as you'll remember, I got this one last year, and it's pretty long. It's like all the way down to my ankles when I wear it, and I'm sort of 5'8". It's got this roll neck here. Again, it's not a huge roll neck, but it's quite nice. It's not too overwhelming. This season's one is exactly the same. They have got this one again, but it's just got an acid yellow kind of fleck in it, as opposed to this kind of whitish fleck that was last year. This one is basically the same thing. I just bought it because I loved this one, and as I said, I lived in it last year, and I know I'm going to get a lot of wear out of it this season. So when I saw the navy, you know me, I'm a sucker for blue, or navy blue at least. I remembered how much I wore this. I thought, yeah, I must get this one as well. This is also 100% wool, and it was £89, so a little bit more on the pricey side, but they wash fantastically well. I'm testament to that from this one. Really just nice and cozy, very, very warm. So if I am layering in with the vest underneath and then a scarf on top, I'm toasty to say the least. I remember that from last year. And I got both of these in the size medium. So they're both lamb's wool, but an oversized fit. So I got them both in a size medium as opposed to a size large. So that's just probably something for you to bear in mind. It is a much looser type of fit. So I was so happy with this. I think these two and the Uniqlo dress have got me kitted out for knitted dresses, and they will keep coming back as winter staples for me each season. And then a couple more swaps. So from storage, I got out my All Saints grey coat. I kind of lived in this coat a lot last year as well. It is a wool mix. It's a nice sort of lightweight feel, nicely lined, very simple sort of almost a little bit ovoid type of shape, and a really nice mid to light grey coloration. Really simple coat, very much me, very easy to wear, throw on under an all black outfit, my kind of thing, navy outfit, tonal with grey, which I really like as well. Just works really nicely. So I brought this back out from storage because I know I'm going to wear this winter. And then similarly, my weekday uber heavy, it's such a heavy coat, wool blend, dark navy, so it's a really deep dark navy tie waist coat. So I bought this last year, and again you'll see this in my weekday brand spotlight video. I was very, very pleasantly surprised to find this at weekday. Such great quality, and I really like it. I think they've got this again this year. They might have it in black. I was very tempted to get it in black, and I thought, come on, you don't need it in black. It's such a close colour to black anyway in this dark midnight navy. Really great coat. I wore this a lot last year, and I knew I'll be wearing it again this year, so I bought this one out from storage too. And then lastly in the coat category is this little number from ASOS. So I realised quite quickly that I cannot use my umbrella as much as I used to, because when it's raining outside I need 2 hands to push my pushchair. So I looked at my coat collection, because it's pretty much a collection. I've got a lot of coats, and I realised none of them have a hood, so it was so impractical. So I thought, oh, I need to get a coat with a hood ASAP, because a couple of weeks ago it was quite rainy quite often. I just couldn't find anything that I liked, anything that suited my style. I'm not really you know, big chunky parka wearer, a lot of ties around the waist, all this kind of thing. I just wasn't really finding anything I liked. Big, very oversized fur hoods is just not me. And then I like the coats from Zara, but a lot of them are very sort of puffer style, with a lot of that pufferteering, and that just makes me look like a Michelin tire. So I was struggling to find a coat that I liked, and I went onto ASOS and I found this, and I absolutely love this. This is very much something that I would wear, and I have been wearing. I love this yellow check on the inside. I think it just adds something very different to the coat, and then you can see that it's carried through into the hood. And when I wear it open like this, you can see that, which I really, really like. Fabric is great because the water kind of just runs off it. I wouldn't say it was waterproof, but I think it's definitely shower proof, which is what I need. And yeah, you just got these nice little details. So you've got this sort of vent at the back, which I really like. It's just got a lot of design detail to it. You've got these flaps here. Not really functional, I don't think, but I just like coats that have got some details like this on them. And then it's got the trusty hood, which is big enough to kind of save me from any showers until I get home. This was £75. I got it for about 50 something because ASOS were ending their A-lister loyalty scheme, and they handed out £10 vouchers to people, and it also had some vouchers on account, so I was able to get this for a decent price. It's quite pricey for £75 full price, but I do think it's got a lot of detail to it. It's got this lovely warm sort of flannel lining, and you can see where the money's gone to in terms of the price. But I'm just really happy that I found a coat that I actually will wear when it rains. In fact, I've been wearing it a lot even though it hasn't been raining, because I'm just really loving that kind of almost sort of 90s vibe to it, which is really weird because, you know, my style, it's very, I'd say, quite minimal, quite classic. It's not uber out there, so I was quite surprised how much I gravitated to this coat and how much I love it. I think it's reminding me of my 90s flannel check shirts that I used to wear. A little bit of nostalgia coming through, I think. So yeah, really love this, and it's a very practical coat. It's probably something that will stay in my wardrobe autumn, winter, and possibly even spring. That there, guys, is just an update on my winter capsule wardrobe. I've taken out a few pieces, I've added some pieces in from storage, I've added some pieces in that are new, and I'm really happy again with where I am with the winter capsule. I was really pleased to just assess it and not be afraid to just kind of take stuff out that I'm not feeling. I was really happy just to be able to sort of take a breath back, having had 3 months into the journey, and have a look and see what I'm really feeling and what I'm not feeling. And I think that's the good thing about the system, or how I'm creating the system to work for me, is that it doesn't have to be static. I'm not sitting here and just doggedly thinking, I've said these are going to last for 6 months. They have to last for 6 months. If I'm not feeling them at all now, if I think that actually weather-wise it's not practical, it's really okay to just take things out and add things in to replace them that are more practical, that you think are going to work and that are long-lasting and are going to be there for a while, like my Everlane blazer, for example. So it's definitely good to keep reassessing the capsules so that it doesn't become something that's just not working for you. That's probably all the new in pieces I'm going to be buying now until spring, because you know, this is it now for winter. I've got what I need together with my staples in my full wardrobe. That's it. And I'm just going to really look forward to sort of styling these up and finding different ways to wear them. But yeah, super happy with what I've got. As I said, I'll link options below for you guys that are either similar or the same as these, and with as many discounts as I can find for you. So I hope you found that video helpful. Do stick around for my next videos. I'm going to be showing you what I've got in my capsule shoe collection. If you haven't checked out my capsule handbag collection video, there's 6 handbags I've got which work really, really well for me. I will link that up here for you guys to see, and you can check that out. Do let me know what other types of videos you'd like to see on the channel. I love getting ideas from you guys as well, so that you don't get bored and I get, you know, variation in what I film. And that said, I will see you guys very soon. Bye.